I was still gripping the hospice curtain when my mother's voice cut through my phone. Sharp and dismissive like a lie she practiced too many times. It was just a piano, or ZSWAN. Stop being dramatic behind me, the machines hummed. Softly, marking the final moments of the only person who had ever truly chosen me. Grandma lay there, fragile as paper, her fingers resting on the quilt like music left unfinished. They had sold her Steinway, the one she promised me when I was 9, the one she said would be my future when everyone else told me I didn't matter. $95,000, that's what my parents turned her memory into, a gift for my sister. A brand new red luxury car sitting in their driveway like a trophy planted on my grave. I leaned down and told Grandma everything, every ugly detail. She didn't cry. She calmly reached for her phone, took one slow breath, and made a single call. Then she looked at me and said, "It's time for them to meet my attorney," and in that moment, I finally understood what revenge really sounded like. I still remember the day she gave me that piano, not legally, not on paper, but in her heart. I was 10, sitting beside her as she played, my feet swinging while my parents argued in the kitchen about wasted money and my useless dreams. She stopped mid-song, took my hands and said, "This piano is yours one day." She told me I was the only one who truly heard it. I believed her. I built my life around that promised music school. Late nights, broken keys, bleeding fingers. I thought that devotion would protect me. I thought family meant loyalty. I was wrong. Betrayal never comes all at once. It starts quietly. My parents stopped talking about the piano. They stopped asking about my performances. They visited Grandma less and less. Then came the excuses. We moved it for cleaning. It needed repairs. The house felt crowded. One night, I drove past their place and saw the truth, a shiny, expensive car that no one needed. My sister laughing behind the wheel while my parents filmed her like proud investors. The next morning, I checked the piano registry. It was gone. Sold 2 weeks earlier to a private collector in Lahore. Paid in full to my father's account. I didn't yell. I didn't confront them. I made a list: who bought it, how they paid, which lawyer handled the sale, where the money went. Then I waited, because timing is what turns anger into justice. Grandma took care of the rest. From her hospice bed, she rewrote her will not out of emotion, but clarity. She moved everything she had left, property, savings, antiques, into a trust that my parents could never touch, only me. The piano was listed to, clearly and specifically. She ordered a lawsuit filed the day she passed for unlawful sale and violation of inheritance. They were forced to return every dollar, plus penalties. The car was seized and sold. And they didn't just lose the piano, they lost their house, their credit, their reputation. My father's name vanished from every business deal he ever touched, because no one trusts a man who steals from his dying mother. The final confrontation happened right there in that same driveway, now empty. My parents stood in front of me, looking years older than they had a month before. My mother's voice shook as she said, "You destroyed this family." I stepped forward, calm and steady. "You sold the only thing she ever gave me," I said. "I just made sure you felt the price." No shouting, no drama, just the truth. They had nothing left to say. I still don't have the piano yet. The collector is fighting the claim. But I know where it is. I know how patience turns into inevitability. Grandma taught me that every note eventually lands. You just have to wait for it, and when it does, it will be mine again, just like she promised.